Subsequently, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki jai, Shri Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Devi ki jai, Shri Shri Gaunitai ki jai, Shri Gopal ji ki jai. Subsequently, the Lord entered the kingdom of Ravan to kill him like a fire devouring a forest. May that Supreme Lord, Ramachandra, give us all protection. This is called Phalastuti, or at least a particular type of verse. All this is just one verse, actually. But it concludes with the words, may that Supreme Lord, Ramachandra, give us all protection. This is the prayer of a great personality, Shukadev Goswami, praying on our behalf. And we also may pray, and we should pray on our behalves to the Lord to help us. We should do that to protect us. But when some great personality like Shukadev Goswami prays on our behalves, then we know the Lord will do that. So this is some special mercy from Shukadev Goswami. In the arena of sacrifice performed by Vishvamitra, Lord Ramachandra, the king of Ayodhya, killed many demons, rakshasas, and uncivilized men who wandered at night in the mode of darkness. May Lord Ramachandra, who killed these demons in the presence of Lakshman, be kind enough to give us protection. Again, Shukadev Goswami is thinking of us. He was thinking of us here in Gabaran 2012. May Lord Ram be merciful to the aspiring devotees in Gabaran. And therefore, he will be merciful. O King, the pastimes of Lord Ramachandra were wonderful, like those of a baby elephant. In the assembly where Mother Sita was to choose her husband, in the midst of the heroes of this world, he broke the bow belonging to Lord Shiva. This bow was so heavy that it was carried by 300 men. But Lord Ramachandra bent and strung it and broke it in the middle, just as a baby elephant breaks a stick of sugarcane. Thus the Lord achieved the hand of Mother Sita, who was equally as endowed with transcendental qualities of form, beauty, behavior, age, and nature. Indeed, she was the goddess of fortune, who constantly rests on the chest of the Lord. Let us just say a few words about this. This is also bringing up an extremely interesting point. A very interesting and very important point, which many people don't understand. Now, those of you who have read Chaitanya Charitamrita, how many of you have read Chaitanya Charitamrita, or should I not ask? We have one. Okay. Anyway, you should read it because it is truly amazing. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Lord Chaitanya at one point is traveling around South India, here and there, for several years, 8 years or so. He was traveling around South India on pilgrimage. One day he met one devotee who was a devotee of Lord Rama, of Sita Rama. And not just your ordinary devotee, but he really was deeply, deeply attached and committed to Lord Rama, Sita Rama. However, when Lord Chaitanya met this devotee, Lord Chaitanya noticed that this devotee was deeply distressed. In fact, he was practically suicidal. He was really just completely overwhelmed. And Lord Chaitanya asked him, what is the matter? What is the problem? Why are you so depressed? And that devotee said, the thing is, I just cannot accept and I just cannot tolerate the idea that Ravan touched Mother Sita. I just cannot deal with this. How could he? How could this Ravan? Ravan, after all, what does Ravan mean? I'm just testing you. What does Ravan mean? He who makes others cry. Yeah. He who can make others cry forever. This is the translation of the term Ravana. Yes. And Ravana, he was, after all, Rakshas. And we know what Rakshas is. Cannibal. He was actually cannibal. Eater of human beings. So, this is really extremely bizarre. What to speak of so many other things that were wrong with him. He totally arrogant and proud and totally perverse, totally debauched, just hopeless character. So, truly you could say the lowest of mankind. And so now this devotee was saying to Lord Chaitanya that as we hear from Ramayana, some Ramayans, as we hear, Ravana came. First of all, he sent, who did he send in the form of the deer? Maricha in Sanskrit, yeah. So he sent Maricha in the form of a deer. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Keshav. To distract Lord Ramachandra and to lead him away and sort of get him lost in the forest so that Ravan could come in and kidnap Mother Sita. I'm sure you all know the story basically of that incident. It's so famous. So anyway, Lord Ramachandra went off. Lakshman was left to guard Sita. But then it was actually Maricha imitating the voice of Lord Ram in the distance, saying, Lakshman, help, come! It wasn't Lord Ram, it was Maricha. But he was imitating the voice of Lord Ram, so it really sounded like Lord Ram. And Mother Sita said to Lakshman that, oh, your brother is calling you, he needs you, go immediately. You have to go. But Lord Lakshman said, I cannot go. He's ordered me to stay here, and that is what I will do. So it went back and forth a little, and then the shouting, apparently, supposedly Lord Ram's voice came again. Lakshman, help, come. And eventually Sita got a little nasty, actually, you could say. She said, I know. You've been waiting for this to happen. You want Ram to die, then you can have me for yourself. And this just broke Lakshman's heart, because of course it was not in the slightest bit true. So then he went, and then Ravan came, and Lakshman, before he left, he drew around Mother Sita an Agni, like an Agni yantra, a symbol of Agni, empowered by Agni mantra, which couldn't be penetrated, although at least by anyone from the outside. Only Sita from the inside could penetrate it. So then Ravan came disguised as some sort of sadhu and tried to get Sita to come out. She wouldn't come out, and he tried to go in, he couldn't go in. And then eventually he just sort of twisted her arm and pressurized her so much that she came out, and then he grabbed her. So this devotee now, with Lord Chaitanya, was saying to Lord Chaitanya, how could it be that Mother Sita, we just read, she is the goddess of fortune. She is Lakshmi. Actually, she's not just Lakshmi, she is Mahalakshmi. From Shastra we understand, in the kingdom of God, on the highest level is Golok, Goloka Vrindavanda, the place of Lord Krishna. And then you come down, so to speak, down, within the spiritual realm, to the Vaikuntha region, which is subdivided on different levels. The highest level of the Vaikuntha region is Ayodhya. And there, of course, Sitaram, Lakshmana, Hanuman, and company. And then you come down, and then you get, you could say, the regular Vaikuntha planets, where you get Narayan and all the Vishnu forms, four-armed forms of the Lord like that. So Radharani, she expands into Sita. Sita expands into Lakshmi. So this is, you could say, the hierarchy of personalities. Radharani, Sita, Lakshmi, and then many other Lakshmis. So Sita, she is the goddess of fortune. She's like, you could say, the original, supreme goddess of fortune. She's very great, very great. Durga, the presiding deity of material nature, is described as being a little fragment of a reflection of one of her toenails of Lakshmi, Durga within this material world, who's overseeing the functioning of this material world. Durga in Sanskrit. Ga is the root form of the verb to go. Durga. Very difficult to go. Long way to go. Right? Durga. I have just come today from Durban. Ban means forest, like Vrindavan. Durban is the most distant forest of Vraja. So, Dinabandhu Prabhu says. Anyway, so Durga is a little fragment, little fragment of Lakshmi within this material world, with a material body, and she dies, as the other demigods do. So this devotee then is speaking to Lord Chaitanya and saying, I just cannot accept that it could happen, that someone, Rakshasa, demon, lowest of all creatures, horrific monster, Ravan, could manhandle and kidnap and hold captive Mother Sita. How? How is it possible? So that devotee said, every day I simply sit and I worry about this. I just agonize about this. All day, every day, that's all I do. I don't eat, I don't sleep, I just think about this. So Lord Chaitanya said, all right, I will try to help you. Just wait here, I'll be back in a little while. So Lord Chaitanya, it's described there in Chaitanya Charitamrita, he then went to some not very distant place called Kurmakshetra. And there he found the devotees there were studying the Kurma Purana, which is one of the main Puranas. And there, as the devotees were sitting, reading, Lord Chaitanya sat down. They were talking about this very pastime. And then they read from the Purana that when Ravan came to kidnap Sita, and Sita stepped out through that Agni circle created by Lakshman, the real Sita went to Agni Loka and stayed there under the protection of the demigod Agni. And who stepped through was Maya Sita. And Ravan kidnapped a Maya Sita. And then later, when after Lord Rama rescued Sita and everything and killed Ravan, and then they're all together again, then Lord Rama told Sita that she had to walk through fire to prove that, nothing had happened, because she had been 1 month there on Lanka. So, and Lord Ram told Lakshman, he told Sita, we're going to build a fire, you're going to walk through the fire to prove your purity. And Lakshman told Ram, my dear brother, my dear older brother, who is going to build that fire for Sita to walk through? Who is going to do that? Who could dream of doing that? To test Sita? What sort of idea is that? Of course she's pure. No one's going to build that fire. And Lord Ram said, Lakshman, you are wrong. Someone is going to build that fire. You are going to build it. Because you are my younger brother. That's another story. The distress of Lakshman. So anyway, Lakshman built a fire. Sita walked through the fire. The Maya Sita went back to Agni, and the real Sita stepped out on the other side of the fire. This is the description in that Kurma Purana. So Lord Chaitanya took the page and went back to that devotee and gave him that page. And that devotee read it and, oh, relief. And he said, I knew it. It couldn't be like that. I knew it. It could not be like that.